Hello there, Libra. Thank you so much for stopping by for your weekly tarot video forecast for the week of June 10th through the 16th. I have already cleared the deck for your spread, and so now I'm just putting the final shuffle on that. What you guys need to know is that this is a general reading, so not everything I see here will apply to every single person or every single Libra, I should say, who watches this video. Mom, what else do you need to know? You may want to find more information with your rising sign or your moon sign. And if you have some specific questions that you're looking for some answers to or some clarity, feel free to contact me and set up a reading. You can find out how to do that at my website, www.amista.info. Let's see what your cards are showing. You guys, I don't do candy-coated readings, so if things come up that are not the most positive, I am trusting Sacred Spirit that that's because it's in your highest and best interest to know about that stuff. So that's something that you should know about me. I'm not quite sure why I felt the need to announce that. It's not part of my normal announcements, but when Spirit nudges, you follow the nudge. All right. Hello there, Diane Lennon. Glad to see you back, my dear. So, what we have coming up for your environment, first off, Libra, and your environment is any place where you have energy or effort invested. What I'm seeing is that your environment is making you feel really frustrated and maybe lethargic, not very energetic, maybe even a little bit of apathy. There may be, for some of you Libras, a person in your environment that you're feeling a little bit of apathy for, somebody who has really just done some things that you're just like, wow, I just don't even care anymore. All right. It doesn't have to be about a person, can be something in your environment actually causing that. But I did get a strong hit on that for some of you, it is actually literally a person. Now, next thing that we're looking at does talk to me about subconscious leanings, Libras. And what I have coming up in the subconscious leanings is there is some kind of goal that you would like to reach that not only needs your own self-discipline, but also needs other people's help and encouragement and upliftment as well. And so your subconscious is really working on how can I get all of these things to coalesce together so that I can reach that goal? All these people that I need to help me, plus what I need to do, all of that to come together. How can I make that happen? That's what your subconscious is working on. Next thing we are looking at talks to me about your learning style and also your communication style. So, learning style for this week. I think it really has a lot to do with talking to other people. You're finding a lot of information by talking to other people, just general conversation. I don't think you're necessarily even digging for information, but it is coming out. Hello there, Dee Dee. Glad to see you, honey. How are you? Communication style for this week. I think you're very sure of what you want to say, Libras. You're resting in that. I don't think there's a lot of change going on here. It almost feels to me like you have already sent out a message and you're just like, that's the message. Nothing's changing that. Okay, the next thing that I have coming up talks to me about work. And I see work as that way that we make a living, but I also see it as the way that whatever it is that we do to improve our own inner character. So when we have work coming up here, I do see that you're actually enjoying work. You're finding things at work that you really appreciate and are glad to be a part of. It may have a lot to do with the group of people that you're working with. For some of you, there may be a new romantic interest at work. Be careful. How far do you want to get involved with somebody at work? And then for others of you, well, let's just switch over to the other type of work because we've kind of covered those scenarios. But as far as inner work, I think you are working on your own stability mentally and emotionally. You're working on staying stable in some kind of situation that you know normally triggers you or throws you. I'm glad to hear that you are good. I'm fantastic, my dear. I'm reading. I'm having fun. That's me. Okay, so the part of your personality that's being grown or expanded the most during this week. This is interesting. Okay. So I think that there's somebody that you're missing and you just kind of wish that you could hang out with them, talk with them, see them, whatever. There's somebody that you're missing and you're learning how to cope with that feeling of missing somebody, Libra. Now, the next thing that comes up talks to me about those things that you stand for. Interestingly enough, it looks like there is somebody from the past that you're standing up for. So maybe this is somebody from the past that you're no longer with. And, somebody's saying, oh, that person was such a scumbag. I'm so glad you're not with them anymore or whatever. And you're standing up for them. You're saying, really, they weren't that bad. It just didn't work out. Chill your jets type of thing. Next thing I'm looking at is how other people perceive you for this week. They see you as being temporarily separated from someone. So I think other people are perceiving you as whatever happened with this ex, they're seeing this as, oh, this won't last. They're going to get back together. That's how other people are perceiving you. Whether they're right or not, who knows, but that's their perception. Next thing that we have coming up is the pivotal energy of the week. Pivotal energy of the week is really telling me that you're not really ready to go back to whatever this is with this ex. So even though people are thinking that this separation is temporary, you're I don't think you're thinking of it as temporary. I think you're thinking that this is pretty much a done deal. I mean, you're looking at this logically and you're seeing that, it just wasn't working. Okay, so as you are having this perspective on it, I think that what's going on, we actually have 2 eights coming up here, and eights talk about building onto a foundation. So I think what's actually going on is you're carrying this perspective is you're realizing that there's a reason why this person is in the past. And as you are getting more and more objective view of this, as you are spending more time away from this person, things are becoming more objective and more clear for you. And so you're building on this whole idea of this is why it didn't work. Okay. So you're becoming stronger in the whole idea of this is why it didn't work. And that's part of your coping with missing this person, is to remind yourself of why it didn't work. So you are feeling a little bit trapped. I think that you wish that you weren't missing this person because you know logically that it's not really everything that you thought it was. So I think you're feeling a little bit trapped by your own emotions. La da da. Oh, you're quite welcome, Dee Dee. Angela, glad to see you in the room. Now, the next thing that we have, while you're feeling kind of trapped by your emotions and yet you're building on to the ideas of why this isn't working, I do think there is some communication going back and forth between you and this other person, but it's slow communication. It's not like there's a lot of quick back and forth messages, but there is like just slow, hey, what's going on, how are you doing type of communication. This other person may be reaching out to you. Maybe this person is kind of missing you too and wishing that it would have worked out. And so there is some of that communication going on. Um, Once we get to the end of the week, I feel like you guys are feeling very victorious. You're feeling happy about what you've done. And I think that you've actually made a lot of progress in letting the situation go. I think that's the victory, is that you're coming into a place where you're more clear-headed and where you're not thinking about that so much, and you're starting to really think about, other things that you can do and do well. And this may be even, a victory at work, that you've got something accomplished that, you've been wanting to get accomplished for a while, and you were able to really focus on it without having this other person in your life as a distraction. That could be a part of what's going on. But I really feel like a lot of this victory has to do with really having the self-discipline to let this person go, because it just doesn't make sense for the two of you to be together, or at least that's your perception of it. Okay. So that is your week, Libras. Thank you so much, everybody, for stopping by and hanging out, keeping me on my toes. I appreciate it. Looks like we do have one question here. Diane Lennon wants to know, will she be able to drive by the end of summer? Let's find out. Yep, well, they're all interesting. I think we all have interesting lives, but I definitely would recommend listening to the whole rest of it, because I know you are a Libra. Susie, hello, hello. You're quite welcome, Diane. I've got some weird cards here. So I would say if you have some kind of situation where you can have a driver's permit, but not the full license, that's what I would expect for you by the end of the summer. There's some kind of situation where the answer is kind of a yes, but it's not a full resounding yes about you driving by the end of the summer. So I would say probably you have a permit by the end of the summer, but not a full license. Cool, cool. Great, thank you. So, Dee Dee, I only answer one question after these videos just because of time constraints, but maybe you can catch me on the next one. I don't think I'm going to be doing any more tonight, but I should be hitting them again tomorrow or the next day, depending what's going on. Anyway, everybody, thank you so much for being here and for all of your support. Those of you who would like to book a private reading or a private Reiki session, check out my website, www.amista.info. All my contact information is there. Just get a hold of me and we can get something booked. Aaliyah, what you can do is you can order one of my either one question or two question readings, and I would be able to help you with that, honey. All right. So, yes, thank you for the likes, guys. Everybody have a fantastic, fantastic day and a fantastic week, and I'll see you all the next time. Peace out.